Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream. How's everybody doing today? Happy Labor Day weekend. Cut it out. All right, here we go. Today's topic, Sunday. I wasn't going to go live tonight because of the holiday weekend. I figured I might as well. I'm in tonight, so might as well go live. Anyhow, uh, is it too late to start a YouTube channel after 50 in 2025, right? I mean, I started this channel in 2017. I was 50 years old. 2017, June 2017. I was just turning 50, and 7 years later, here I am. And slow growth, definitely worth it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through the pluses, the minuses, all of that kind of stuff. But right now, we're going to check. We're going to do some housekeeping. I want to check the sound, see how things are going here, and everything sounds good. Music might be a little loud as always, right? I'm going to turn it down to a more manageable level so I can hear it. Maybe you don't have to hear it because I like to hear it to keep me going. We're going to open up the comments section in a second. Well, we already got a comment in there. What's going on? Terry's here. Rocky's here. How you doing, everybody? Gear's here. Welcome, guys. How are you? I am pretty good. I'm pretty good. We took a day trip down overnight down to Long Island and hung out on Long Island, New York, Long Island, as they say. Spent some time in the pool, spent some time with friends. Had a really good time. So what are you doing this holiday weekend? It's nice having Monday off. You guys, I'm still doing a regular job, not necessarily 9 to 5 right now. I'm doing about a 12-hour day for another month or so until busy season is over, and then it gets a little bit better for me. But why did you start the channel, Jim? People want to know what happened. Originally it was just to document what I was doing, So because I have such a terrible memory and I have such OCD and some and bipolarness that I figured let me log it somewhere so I can always go back and look at it if I have to, and it's worked out pretty good so far. So when I have a question on something I've done in the past, I can always go back and look at and I have a video about it. So that's what I did. I started out in 2017, and I had started out. My first few videos were app reviews. Excuse me. I don't know if you've heard of Robinhood. It was is an app, an investment app. So I did a video on that and some English as a second language teaching apps and stuff that was teaching Chinese kids English and online and stuff. And so I got a couple of videos going. But anyway, we're not going to get all the way into that. Well, we might dig into it. But is it too old? Are you too old at 50 to start a YouTube channel? So basically, do you want to end up a Walmart greeter? What are you going to do when you retire? I was looking for like a hobby, something to do, something to keep me busy. Maybe something that I could do if I was not so physical. Maybe something I could do from home anytime I wanted to do it. Time freedom. Something I could do in my pajamas, something I didn't have to, get up and everything. Right? And you're never too old. That's right, Terry. You're never too old. And this is the thing, this is funny. We were talking about this the other day. Is that we watch some sitcoms, right? So there's a sitcom called Everybody Loves Raymond, and it's set in Long Island. And the father, who is young Frankenstein, Peter Boyle. In the show, he's 65 years old because they have a retirement party for him, and he's 65 years old, and to me he looks like he's 80. So like back then, that's what 65 looked like. Nowadays 65 looks like me. I'm 57, but a lot younger. You look a lot younger. You're more vibrant. You have more energy. You're more active. As a 65, 70-year-old person. My parents are 80 and they're running around like nut jobs all over the place. God bless them. They still have their health, but yeah, that's a great show. Like Les Raymond, in reruns, we watch a bunch of them, but that's one of them that we were just talking about how old people are. Then we were talking about Golden Girls too, because how old were the Golden Girls? They were like in their late 50s, supposedly in the show. The mother, she was like older, but they were in their 60s, like late 50s, early 60s in the show. And I mean, they look at them, they look like they're 80. It's like 60-year-old women don't look like that anymore. They're walking around in spandex workout in yoga pants, Anyway, talking about the YouTube channel. So you have life experience, okay? You have a lot of time. You have a lot of stuff you can draw on. So, as somebody in their 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever age you are, we're talking about the golden. I don't want to call it the golden years because I don't think it is. It's, I put it this way: when my younger kid was out of college, I felt like I was like free and back in high school. And like my wife and I are dating again. We're going we're going to concerts, we're going out, we're doing this, we're doing that. Where before when you had kids, you were kind of like everything was about the kids, and now it's the other way around. Now you kind of got your life back. I feel younger than I did 20 years ago. Honestly, I have more energy now. So going back to why would you start a YouTube channel? Well, you would start a YouTube channel because of passive income. We're going to talk about passive income and how many streams of income that you can actually get when you have a YouTube channel. There's brand deals. There's AdSense, where if you have, I think they've changed it, but it was 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I think they've lowered it since then. But if you got approved for monetization, you got AdSense. You got paid for. They put ads on your videos, and you get paid a small amount for that. Depending on the niche, it varies, but you got a small amount for that. And you can always put what's called affiliate links in the description and sell products that way as well. We'll talk about that more if you want. We can definitely talk about that more as we go. Now, the thing is, being somebody in there with silver hair, right, let's say, right, you have a unique perspective on things, right? So your input's valuable. So no matter what it is, now, what we're going to talk about learning new technologies and overcoming self-doubt, right? So, I'm going to tell you the story about me going live the first time. Okay. I put it off for a whole year. Okay. I didn't go live. I wanted to go live. I didn't go live for a whole year. And the reason was because I was afraid that I was going to make a mistake. I was afraid I was going to mess it up, and I was going to, and like, so what, So the funny thing is, every live I mess up. Every live something goes wrong, just about. It's a matter of figuring stuff out, and technology isn't that hard. You just read a couple of things, watch a couple of videos, right? Well, there you go. See, Gear says, do they want to buy for somebody that's a child? So children buy from children. This is the thing, and it's what they say is that people buy from people like them. Okay, people buy from people like them, so they relate to people in the ads. That's why the younger generation will buy from younger people, and people in the older generation will generate towards their own age group. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. I tend to go like a few years younger than me when I'm hanging out, like 10, 15 years younger. I fit in more there than I do with the older people, right? But so you just have to do it. You have to do it. You have to get over your fear and do it. Like what's his name says in Think Media, you got to hit record. You got to hit record. And the first time I went live, I was scared, Liz, but I got through it. It was fun. It's actually fun. You guys in the chat keep it going, and it's a lot of fun. And things happen, and it makes it more interesting. At least I think it makes it more interesting being live. But anyway, that's just going live. But the technology, cameras. I started with just my phone. No microphone, no lights. Okay. I sat in my car, and I would drive around my neighborhood in circles and catch the sunlight, right, and do segments and then edit it at home, and do 5-minute segments and make a 30-minute video or whatnot, right? And I didn't know what I was doing at the beginning, but cell phones all you need to get started. Of course, then I upgraded. I got a microphone. Then we moved inside. I moved inside and I started using lights. I got a light set and everything else. And I got a green screen. I started doing all kinds of stuff. But, and that's another thing. You always upgrade. When you have a hobby, the fun thing is always upgrading the hobby and getting new equipment, right? There we go. I like that idea. Uh, Good company to be in, right? Joe Rogan and Adam Sandler. Good company, good people. Watch them both. And it's funny. It's funny that what they say is like, it took me 10 years to become an overnight success. You think people just pop up on the scene, but they've been working at it for years. Most of them anyway. No, most people aren't overnight successes. Most people. Where was I? The new turning, going live, self-doubt. The self-doubt could really stop you from doing anything in life. But by the time you're our age, you should be over the self-doubt. You should be able to move forward. I always say motivation breeds motivation. So energy breeds energy. So it's like sitting on the couch, you're just going to get lazy. You got to get up and start moving. And a friend of mine, Billy, gave me advice. We shoot product videos, and I got a big pile of product videos over there, and it gets bigger and bigger as I put it off. And Billy says, grab the simple stuff, do a couple of simple ones, real simple, easy ones. You get into the flow, and then before you know it, you're in a flow, and then you just go, and it works every time. So it's like energy and motivation breeds energy and motivation. Bump on a log, right? You don't want to be a bump on a log. That easy chair will kill you. Okay, that's the biggest killer of anything, is that easy chair. So get out of the easy chair, get at your computer, and learn how to do a couple of things. You're going to learn how to do editing, right? You're going to learn how to do editing. You're going to learn how to mix lights. You're going to learn how to mix sounds. You're going to learn how to do microphones and audio, and you're going to learn about wind and all this other stuff that's background noise, and it's crazy. All right, you would think about it. It's a lot to learn, but it's not hard to learn. It's not hard at all to learn. And it's fun. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Okay. It beats being a Walmart greeter. If you could sit in your bedroom, your basement, your garage, your studio, your workroom, your extra room in the house, wherever your place is, right, at any time of the day, and generate an income. Okay. And here's the problem, and I'll throw this right out there for you, and a quick example of what's possible. So people think, oh, I have to have 1 million followers. I can't, if I only have 100 followers right now, I can't, or subscribers, I'm not going to make any money. First of all, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. If you're getting watch time, you're going to get more views. No matter how many subscribers you have, more views gets more views on your affiliate links, gets more views on your affiliate links. It's all a matter of averages at that point, right? A 1% conversion rate is a 1% conversion rate. But I had a point that I was going to, and I went off track. About the YouTube channel. Subscribers aren't important, is what I was saying. But the algorithm will pick up the watch time. That's what's important. And of course, you're going to get the affiliate links in there. I was saying something else, and I can't grab it. I lost it. I lost that thought. But we'll go to the next point. Maybe I'll come back to it. You're going to be able to create good content, right? Because of your experience and your knowledge, because your life experience. You've got 50 years to fall back on, 45 years to fall back on, depending on how good your memory is, right? And if you're like me, you've done a lot of stuff, right? So how do you pick a niche? Okay. Take a piece of paper and make it into 3 columns. Draw 2 lines down the page. On the one side, put, what do I love to do? What would I get out of the bed in the morning and do for free? Stand online to go do? What is that thing, right? So what do I love to do? What am I good at? So what is it that all my friends and family come to me for? Do they come to you because when they have car trouble, do they come to you? When they have trouble with their computer, do they come to you? When they have trouble with their relationships, do they come to you? So these are things that are your niches, right? So, and then of course the other column is a problem that you want to solve, because being an influencer, having a channel, you're trying to solve people's problems. You're trying to uh, make them better, to get them to follow you, right? You want to be the guru, you want to be the influencer, right? You got to solve their problems. So it's, what do I love to do? What would I get at? And you got to try to meld these three things together, and that's the perfect niche for you, right? And if you could figure that out, that'd be it. What's Rocky say? Great at cooking, but even some editing skills. Editing is I find editing fun. It's hard as hell. I'm not really good at it. I don't think I'm good at it, but it's learning. There's a learning curve in anything, right? So what we got here, in my opinion. Yeah. So you're going to find, and it's funny, because the algorithm, you might turn around and say, like, I want to sell electronics, right? I want to sell electronics, but for some reason your videos don't convert on electronics. But for some reason, every time you do a dog toy video, it blows up. But you're fighting the system because you're trying to do electronics. You got to go, if that's your strong suit, then you should go with more pet products, and that's just an example. But you may be forcing it, putting a round peg in a square hole, without knowing it. Where are you converting the most? Go look at your analytics, right? Go look at your analytics. What are you selling the most? What do people resonate with you most? It could be that you just seem more honest doing the pet products than you do doing the electronics products, or whatever it is. Like I said, it's an example. The next point, and I just was going over choosing a niche, and knowledge and experience will create good content. And of course, you're going to build an audience by solving the problem. So the example, that's what it was, the example. So let's say that you're, and I'm only going to say stock, you give stock advice. This is your channel. You give financial advice. Let's say that on Sundays, you're going to go live and you're going to give your 3 picks for the week, right? And I'm just using this as an example. It could be any niche, right? Any niche. You're going to meet with your audience once a week for an hour, go live in a Zoom call, right? And they're going to be able to ask you questions. You answer the questions. You're the guru. You're the expert in whatever niche you've chosen, right? So these people are going to pay to be in this group, okay, to have access to you. A financial group is not unheard of for them to pay $50 a month. So if they pay $50 a month to be a member of the group, they're going to have access to you for 1 hour a week. So that's 4 hours a month. You're going to work 4 hours a month to be accessible to these people. They're going to pay you $50 a month, right? 100 people at $50 is $5,000 a month. That's $64,000, $65,000 a year, okay, for working 1 hour a week with 100 followers. 100 dedicated followers, okay? And I mean, so that's as simple as it is, all right? Now, let's say it's a niche where you're only charging $30 a month for the membership group. That's $30,000, $35,000 maybe it is. I don't have the math in front of me, but that's the size audience you could start converting if and I'll touch one better on how to pick the niche, right? No, YouTube doesn't drive the traffic. Obviously, I mean, you guys are loyal guys. I love having you here, but they don't force it out. They don't show it to my subscribers. I've got 3,500 subscribers. They don't show it to everybody. They don't push it. They don't do anything like that. I've tried to do SEO in the comment section. Trying to this was a topic that was popular. Trying to pick it up. So trying to do that, but. Yep. Oh man, I just lost my other thought too. So how do you pick the niche? So a niche is an activity, a discipline, a hobby, right? Something like that, like pool, bowling, knitting, dancing, whatever, right? Fashion is a niche, shoes are a niche, right? So let's say sports is a niche. Okay, now that maybe you've heard it, maybe you haven't. Niching down. Okay, you want to niche down. Okay, now we're going to talk about that. So sports is a niche. Sports is a vast, big niche. So you want to break that down. So now you're going to go into baseball. So now you're making it less. You're in the sports niche in baseball, so it's less. So, but that's still a big pool of people, and you don't have a lot of pull because you're brand new. So you got to get more targeted. So you're going to go from baseball, you're going to go to pitching. So now you got a smaller group of people that are interested in pitching. But they're still interested in baseball. They're still interested in sports. But now you've got a smaller audience that's going to watch your pitching. But that's still a big audience. So you're going to try and narrow it down even more. So now I'm going to go down into knuckleballs. I'm only going to do videos on knuckleballs. So now the knuckleball videos are going to be to the knuckleball people. They're going to watch those videos. They're going to be interested in those videos because they're knuckleball people. You got knuckleball content. They watch those videos. It does good with the algorithm. Now the algorithm starts showing it back up the chain through baseball, through sports, all the way up. Okay. And that's how you go viral. Okay. But you want to have that niche audience. You want to have that small group of people that are targeted, that are only going to watch what you're doing, whatever your niche is. And that's just an example. It could be anything. Good, great. You guys talk it up. Great stuff. Check out the comments. Good stuff going on in there. A lot of TikTok talk going on. We can definitely talk about TikTok as well. I'm coming up by next week. I'll have 12 points coming off, 12 violation points, and I'll be able to breathe a little easier on TikTok. Staying relevant and dealing with negativity, right? Okay. This is the thing, being a mature individual. No, you're not distracting me at all. But staying relevant in your niche. Okay, you've probably got life experience already, but maybe things change in your niche, and maybe you're somebody who's on their way out retiring, and you're not maybe you're not staying up on as much as you used to, but you should now, because now it's your content. Make sure you stay relevant. And negative comments. I'm going to tell you something. Okay. And speaking of TikTok, this is where it's going to be the best example. I had a TikTok go viral, 3 million views, because of engagement, and the engagement was bad engagement. I pissed off some people, right? In a niche. I insulted people basically, and they hammered me in the comment section. But that made the video go viral, and I ended up making in 3 days $5,000 commissions. Because they were mad and they were calling me out on what I said. And it was beautiful. I loved every minute of it because it was making me money hand over fist, right? So, I mean, engagement is engagement, whether it's good engagement or bad engagement. And you just have to suck it up and have thick skin, I wish I could do that every day, but I try to redo it in the same niche, pushing some buttons and stuff. But, if you insult some people in a certain kind of way, you might push some buttons and then cause them to start typing, right? That's what you want to do. TikTok especially, you want engagement. The engagement is what's causing your stuff to go viral. And just liking stuff likes are the least amount of things that's good for your video. You want them to share it. You want them to comment. All right. And then when they comment, you got to comment too. And when you comment, ask them a question so they comment back. Okay. Bonus points. Remember, engagement is the key to everything. Okay. It's the key to any algorithm on any platform. Engagement is key. Keeping them on the platform longer is always a good thing, right? We talked about it, editing, cameras, lighting, microphones, all of that stuff. It's, if you were into golf, if you were into bowling, if you were into darts, whatever you were into, hunting, you'd always be upgrading your equipment. There's always something new coming out. There's always a new way to do things. There's a new microphone. There's a new camera. There's a new this. There's a new that. And if it's a hobby for you, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy upgrading your equipment. You're going to enjoy getting better and better and better as you go. Well, this is a very good point, and I'm rambling, so I'm going to put it up there. You do have to be careful what you say, because I got hit with a violation point for saying, what did I say? I said the word stamina. I said it's going to something like that. I don't know. I didn't say it was going to give you stamina. I said increases stamina or something like that. And I guess it's not on the bottle. And I got bagged for it. I got violation points. So you really do have to be careful what you're saying. And I also got another violation one time for mentioning a brand. Okay, so it was like these ones are just like the other ones, and I mentioned the brand, and that was a violation point. So you can't, you got to be very careful with TikTok for sure. Anyway, yeah, upgrading your equipment, okay, using your strengths in life, your life experiences. These things are going to help you to draw back, give you confidence, because you know what you're talking about. All right, if you know what you're talking about, you can stand in front of people with confidence, and that's going to come across. Be yourself. Be your goofy, weird self. Okay, don't try to be straight and rigid, because it doesn't come across right. Okay, the level of energy you need in a video, I don't even think I'm living up to it today, because you've got to have that upper level of energy. Your normal energy comes off as very dull on camera. Okay, you have to like animate yourself a little more, be a little bit more excitable, be a little bit more out there, a little bit more in your face kind of thing on video, because otherwise it's boring. Okay. But be yourself, be your goofy self. If you have a saying that you always say all the time, say it, as long as it's not curse word and stuff. How you're going to grow the channel also is, being the mature person, you can mentor younger people in your niche, okay, that have YouTube channels. Reach out to them, say, hey, I've been doing this for 30 years, and let me know. We could do a collaboration. We could do a video together. You could expose your audience to my audience. I can help you answer questions. Might be nice. Who knows? You might be somebody that people be wanting to hear your experience in the niche. So you get collaborations that way, and you expose your audiences together, and you grow. Okay, and that's something you can do very easily. But being 50, like I said, it's not the 50 of yesteryear, where you were on your way to retirement, and you were ready to put your feet up on the easy chair. The easy chair is going to kill you. Don't get in the easy chair. Stay out of the easy chair. Get in the shop, get in the studio, get out in the yard, get active. Don't get in that easy chair. Monetizing methods. We were talking about monetizing. You don't want to be that Walmart greeter. Even though you're retired, even if you've done well and you've put away and you're sitting pretty, most people want to do something, right? Most people want to do something. And I ask people, I see them, working at McDonald's, working at Walmart, wherever I'm shopping or whatever, and a lot of them need to work. Some of them want to work. Some of them just do it a couple hours a week just to get out of the house, so you want to do something, right? What do you want to be? Wouldn't you like to be your own boss, not have anybody breathe down your neck, work when you want to, do what you want, choose the topics you want to talk about, right? I'll tell you, my son has a journalism degree, got a job at a newspaper, and very proud, blew me away. And they put him on a beat, a legal beat in a local newspaper with the local politics that he had no knowledge of, no interest in, and he ended up quitting because it wasn't what he wanted to do. He everybody wants to do sports, right? But you got to start somewhere. But I mean, it was it was very difficult for him to write about something he had no knowledge of, right? Anyhow, I'm getting off subject, but he's doing very well now. Anyway, so we're very proud of him too. But monetizing the content. Your YouTube channel, right? Like I said, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have, because it doesn't go by subscribers. Now, I said I went live today. I made notifications. I did it in advance, and YouTube did not promote it, not to one person. So what's the point of having 3,500 subscribers if they're not going to put let them know I'm going live, right? So having subscribers don't mean anything, really. It's just a vanity metric. What matters is that you guys are in the chat, talking to each other, talking to me, asking questions, making comments, engaging, and watching for blocks of time. The longer watch time that you have, now they're going to turn around, and especially in the reruns, now they're going to say a lot of people watch this. They're going to start showing it to other people. It'll do better in the reruns. Um, and then it's a numbers game because sales commission, your average sales commission, let's say it's 1 to 2%, right? So if you have 100 people, you're going to have one person make a sale, right? Oh, Terry got the notification. Thank you. All right, here's something there. Okay, I've got 3 channels right now. This channel, um, started out as a drop shipping channel. I was doing drop shipping. I was doing retail arbitrage. I was drop shipping on eBay. Built an audience up to 1,000 people, and then got banned on eBay for malicious stuff that bending the rules, and had to change the niche to affiliate marketing, right? And it never kind of lost momentum, But yeah, so oh, Rocky saw the notification too. Thank you. So I don't know if changing the niche is a great idea, but if the people don't. If the people aren't watching, that's the key, is the watch time. So like when people buy followers, those followers aren't watching your videos, right? When your family and friends become your followers or your subscribers, and they don't watch your videos all the way through, or even worse, they click on and click right off, because that triggers the algorithm that it's not a good video. They're not helping you, right? So it's like you gotta have the watch time. You gotta have the watch time. Now that watch time is going to trigger the algorithm to give it more views, give it more exposure. You get more exposure, of course. More exposure leads to more views. Now with the YouTube channel, you've got a title of the video. Now the title of this was is 50 too old to start a YouTube channel, right? So you got the title, snazzy title, and you got the thumbnail. Now I had a thumbnail, that's your movie poster. So the thumbnail is supposed to catch your eye, get your attention, stop the scroll. So people are on their phones scrolling along. That thumbnail is supposed to make them say, hey, what's that? They stop. Then the next thing they're going to do is look at the title, and the title is supposed to be something intriguing that's going to say, hey, I got to find out what this is about. So they click it. Then the first 3 seconds of the video is the hook, and the hook has to reinforce what they thought they were getting into with the title and thumbnail. If it's not coherent, if it's not the same thing, they're going to click right off, right? So that has to be that's very important package, right? Get that right. They won't click off the video. So they're getting the promise from what the thumbnail is saying. The thumbnail title is promising them something. Those first 3 seconds, the hook has to prove that they're in the right place. Then every 3 to 5 seconds, you've got to redo that in the video, get their attention, let them know they're in the right place, keep them watching, right? And there's various ways to do that. So excellent, perfect, love it. Anyway, so that's a little bit of YouTube SEO. Okay, so there's also tags. Now tags are, most people tell you tags aren't any good, but they're still there, right? They didn't take it away. So I still would put some relevant tags. Make sure they're relevant. Don't go reaching for irrelevant tags. Seamus is drinking again. Yeah, so don't go putting irrelevant tags in there. Put a couple of relevant tags in the tag section. And of course, in the description, you're going to put your affiliate links, but you're also going to put keyword phrases. You're going to put at least a paragraph explaining what's in the video. That's all for SEO, for search engine. I have some videos that do really well, okay, but I'm not saying I know what I'm talking about, but I've been watching a lot of stuff. I've been doing it for a while now. Take it for what it is. But I will share anything that I know. If you have questions, always share. Okay, now this is also the thing we were going to change. We're changing the stereotypes. We were talking about it earlier. Life after 50 can be vibrant and energetic and exciting, because we were talking about how people perceive in the past what 60 was, what 65 was, like I mentioned my parents. My parents are both in their 80s, or 81, 80, 80 and 81, and they're running around, going on cruises and everything, and doing their thing. Think they still have their health, thank God, but you know, it's not, you know, the end of the world for people. There's plenty of people that age running around in fine health. Um, 65 is not retire, put your feet up, and sit in the easy chair and die. It's actually more people have second careers and go out and start something new and do what it is, what was their passion. They talk about the passion economy. Doing what you love and getting paid to do it. That's the perfect world right there. And isn't that what you've been telling your kids all the time? Find something that you're happy doing and do that, and you'll be happy the rest of your life. Of course, you want them to make money, but still, money makes you happy, right? No, it doesn't. Anyway, what's the next thing in here? We're going to keep going because here's another thing that's really cool about the YouTube channel that is that you leave a legacy. Okay, you're leaving a digital legacy for your children, for your grandchildren, for your family. I hate to talk about morbid stuff, right? But anytime somebody dies, okay, you go through their stuff. You go through their photos. You go through whatever their room, their collectibles. You go through all. Now, if you have a YouTube channel or a content creation in another platform, TikTok or wherever, they have you that they can watch. They can constantly be in touch and deal with their sorrows and feel and get to know you all over again, because it's something they probably don't know that side of you anyway. So I mean, it's a digital legacy that you're leaving for your family. Pretty cool stuff. All right, pretty cool stuff. They're going to go through your emails. They're going to go through everything. They're going to find out what you were watching, what you were doing. They're going to find out everything. So you might as well clean it all up now. Seriously. But anyhow, leave a legacy for your family. I mean, it could be, your niche might be doing home repairs around the home. I mean, there's plenty of dads that are leaving the legacy. This is how you fix the furnace. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. This is how you mow the grass. This is how you fix the lawnmower. This is how you fix the snowblower. And just, leaving a legacy for the kids to follow as you get older. It doesn't have to be a YouTube channel that you're trying to do affiliate marketing for or make money at. You have the channel just for the legacy purposes. Okay, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be happy you did. You're gonna be happy you did. They're gonna be happy you did. Creative outlet. Okay, it's a creative outlet. Do you think you're past your prime in creativity? Now, there's times that I'm not as creative as I was, okay, as a kid, and definitely not. I mean, I used to be very creative, and now I have to really work at it to be creative. But we're still creative, and we're still able to make engaging content and be relevant. We're not too old that we're up on a shelf. You know what I mean? I mean, your life experience, your age brings unique perspective to content creation, because you're going to look at how to do things. And then here's the thing, no two things are the same. You're going to learn how to do something. You're still going to put yourself into it. It's going to be a little different. Okay. You might use a different font. You might use different lighting. You might use a different, whatever, or a different spin. You have a different accent. You have a different, whatever. It could be anything, right? It could be anything. You never know. You never know. Your uniqueness is what is important. Okay. Hold on to your uniqueness. Okay. Yeah, we already looked at all of this. Relevant negativity, mentoring. Okay. What is success? Okay, so success is different things for different people, right? So what is success for you? So some people might say success is $10,000 a month, right? Maybe. Success may be a couple of $100 a week. Success may be cover my mortgage. Success may be how many views you got, that you're not interested in money at all, right? It could be vanity metric, right? But what is success to you? Don't let what other people do affect you. Don't compare yourself to other people. That's a very big problem, comparing yourself to other people, because you don't know. For example, I'm working 12 hours a day right now. I can't compare myself to somebody who's a full-time content creator who's sitting at a desk doing content 12 hours a day, even 8 hours a day, even 4 hours a day, right? I can't compete with that. They're focused. They're doing what they're doing for that. I'm not focused all the time. I'm busy. I've got too much stuff going on. So I can't compete with that. So you can't compare yourself to that, right? You compare yourself to you. Always be better. Be a better you today than you were yesterday, right? Um, yeah, and the other thing too is what I really hate is when people say, "I'm making 10,000 a month. I'm making 5,000 a month. I'm making this much a month," because they're not telling you how much they're reinvesting into the program. So, like for example, the Amazon influencer program, a lot of these people are spending thousands of dollars a month buying products to review. Okay, so they're not making 10,000. Maybe they're making five and investing five. Now, it's still good money. I'm not saying it's not good money, but they're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you the truth. Um, We are. There it goes. Gear's absolutely right. We're all going at a different pace. And like I said, you compare yourself to you. Now, what I like to do is I like to have a to-do list. I like to have I got notebooks all over the place with lists on them. This is what I need to do today. Answer emails, boom, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got an hour or two in the morning before I go to work. I got 4 or 5 hours when I get home at night after everything is done, and what am I going to do at that time? I have a list. I know what I got to knock off. I know this way I can stay focused and keep going, right? Very important, very important. Stay focused, keep going. Um, yeah, sense of accomplishment. Okay. There's nothing better than when you put out a video and someone said, "Hey, that helped me out a lot. I really appreciate it. You were 100% right. I agree. That happened to me too." All those things along those lines. That sense of accomplishment, okay, that sense of pride can't be touched by anything else. It's like, you go back to when you saw your kid born. I'm assuming if you're my age, you saw a kid born. Um, that sense of wonder. It's crazy. The sense of accomplishment for helping somebody. All right, you're going to stay young too. But you're going to stay young because you're staying mentally active. You're constantly learning. Okay, again, that's so important. Okay, the mind stays active. You're constantly learning. You're learning about apertures. You're learning about lenses. You're learning about light. You're learning about microphones. You're learning about distance. You're learning about the rule of thirds. You're learning about editing. You're learning about so much stuff. All right, that you're constantly learning, and the algorithm is always changing. The platforms are always changing. You know, there's always stuff to know. There's always things changing. It keeps you young. It's going to keep you young, going to keep you in tune, going to keep you in touch with what's going on. And that's important. Like, again, I'm going to say it again, the easy chair, it's a killer. Don't get out of the easy chair. All right. Flexibility, you can't beat that. You can't beat the flexibility of just being able to, you can't sleep. 5 in the morning, you get up to pee and you can't go back to bed. You could work 2 hours. It doesn't matter. You know, um, I call it my clone army. All my videos, whether it's on Amazon, YouTube, TikTok, it's my clone army. I clone myself every time I do a video. It's out there on the internet and it's working for me 24/7. I have an army of videos out there working for me 24/7 with affiliate links in them. People can watch those videos at any time of the day or night. People in India can watch them in the middle of the night. Doesn't matter. And I can generate sales. That's incredible. Okay. Making money while you sleep. That's true passive income. You put out that clone army and it's passive income. Now, is it a lot of passive income when you start off? No, but maybe you only have 10 videos. But if you put out 2 videos a week for 5 years and now you have 300 videos, it starts to be something. It starts to be something. If you stick with it for 5-10 years, now you've got thousands of videos. Now you got something. But it doesn't happen overnight. You got to stick to it. You got to give it a chance. Okay, commit to it for a certain period of time, and stick to it. But commit. Don't. Most people quit something in 90 days. The diet, the exercise program, whatever it is you're trying to do, saving money, whatever it is you're trying to do, New Year's resolutions, giving up stuff for Lent, whatever it is you're trying to do. Most people can't last more than 90 days. They don't see the results they want. Most people are out of there in 7 to 10 days. But if you last 90 days, that's the breaking point. Then you've crossed the line. You'll be fine. But what do we got here? That's exactly true. And you modify each one of those videos to other platforms. And now you've got multiple armies. Now you got an Army, Navy, and an Air Force running around. It's insane. All right. It goes back to, was your perception, I have to have 500,000 followers. I have to have 1 million followers. I have to have, what was the number that you had in your mind when you started, or when before you saw this video? How many subscribers did you think you had to have to start making money with YouTube or any social media for that matter? They say 100 dedicated followers, and I'm not saying 100 subscribers. Dedicated subscribers. Those are the guys that storm the beach for you. Those are the guys that'll follow you anywhere. You guys are in the chat, right? So it's like, those are the guys that those 100 guys, you get those first 100 guys to follow you, engage, talk in the chat, come to your lives, become members of your mastermind, or become members of your private group. And it doesn't take much. And of course, if you have knowledge to give, right? You have knowledge to give. You could say I'm not an expert in my passion, right? Let's say you really want to do the YouTube channel on this passion that you're really passionate about, but you're not an expert. Well, can you get the beginner to become a novice, right? Because in any niche, in any hobby, any activity, any sport, whatever it is, there comes a point where, when everybody starts out, it's easy. The beginning is easy. And then they come to a point where it gets hard. There's something happening that it's difficult. And a lot of people quit, right? In everything. And you think of anything at all. There's going to come a point where people that hit that snag and they go, you know what, this is too hard. I really like it, but it's too hard. I'm going to quit. If you could figure out how to fix that in your niche, put out videos on how to get over that hump, right? How to get the people from beginner to novice, get over that little snag that 50% of them quit, right? If you could figure that out, you'll become the guru in there. That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. All right. A lot of information going on here, but you really can't sleep on the YouTube channel, because you have so much knowledge, you have so much life experience. You'd be surprised. Make the list, write it down, commit to it. Take the paper and split it in 3 pieces. What do I love to do? Now, don't write just one thing. Brainstorm. Write a list of 10 things. What do I love to do? What am I good at? Write a list of 10 things. What problems do I want to solve? And write a few down there. Okay. And take a look at it. What jumps out at you? What do you think you could do for the rest of your life? What do you think you could make content every week for, in that niche, without it becoming boring? Now, if it's something you love to do, right, you try and merge them together, right? So, let's say I love cooking, spending time with my family. In the middle one, what am I good at? Okay, no, I'll go back. What do I love to do? I love spending time with my family. What am I good at? I'm good at cooking. Okay, what problem do I want to solve? Well, the family unit today isn't really strong. I'd like to like have a channel where I'm helping people solve the family unit and getting families closer together. So you go, oh my God! Now I have a family cooking channel that every week we're going to do recipes on how to cook with our children and become closer family. Oh, boom, my niche is crazy. Now I got a great niche, and it's a niche down, right? It's kind of niche down, and there you go. So that's how you do it, because you've got a lot of knowledge, you've got a lot of experience. There's probably 10 or 15 things that come to mind when you say I can do a YouTube channel. I can sew, I can play basketball, I know how to do that, I can fix things, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, I know first aid, I know how to do safety meetings. I've been doing safety meetings at work for the past 20 years, so like, and all of a sudden, so it's like, you know, or I'm really good at organizing things. I help people organize their lives, or some whatever it is. It's crazy, and you could turn it into a passion, turn it into an income stream. Okay. Yeah. So that was a lot of good stuff. Being 50 and over is no reason not to start the YouTube channel. I mean, it's every reason to start the YouTube channel. Like I started the YouTube channel actually legacy, because I wanted to have what I was doing, so I could always go back and catalog it and go back and access it again. Um, so that's what I did it. You could have more than one channel too. So I mean, it's tough. Get one going, learn how to do it, learn what you're doing, and then move on to another one. I mean, all you guys have YouTube channels. You have a YouTube channel. If you have a Google account, if you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube channel. You may just use it to go on and watch YouTube, but if you look at that, there's a channel there. You have to upload a banner, you have to upload a picture, you have to, and you can start uploading videos. The channel is there. You can, and you'll probably rename it too, if I remember right there, if you click into it. But yeah, if you just use YouTube to scroll and watch videos, that's your YouTube channel. You can check it, go into the settings, and set it up, and start your YouTube channel. It's that simple. You already have one. If you didn't know it, you already have one if you got a Gmail account. Um, so the fear is, you know, again, motivation. You have, like I tell my kids, like sure I'm scared, but it's doing it anyway. That's what's brave. That's what being brave is, right? Bravery isn't running in and doing something stupid. Bravery is having fear and doing it anyway. I mean, that's to me anyway. But you have to just hit record. Punch fear in the face. I love the way what he says at Think Media. Punch fear in the face, right? Because all we have for fear is fear itself, because false evidence appearing real. There's nothing there. I spent a year not going live because I was afraid something was going to go wrong. Guess what? Everything went wrong in that first live. The camera went black. The microphone kept going off. I didn't know how to pull up clips, share my screen and all sorts of stuff. You watch these lives, and I have a whole back office here, and I can switch on. I can put on the other camera here and take it off. I can switch this. I can share. I can share other screens if I want to. Um, my YouTube channel, I can share that. See, now I might go into craziness. That's my YouTube channel. So that's you guys watching me, watching you. So but all these things, you don't know how to do it until you do it. There's no, I mean, there's practices. You can practice mode and everything, but it's like no. Um, but you just have to do it. You just have to do it. false evidence appearing real, because you just keep putting that up there that I can't do it, I won't do it, I'm afraid to do it. Just do it. Just do it. There's no reason to be afraid. One thing I still do is I don't use my personal Facebook page, well, as little as possible, for my affiliate marketing, and I try to keep that family. It blends back and forth because that's what they do. I don't do it, they do it. But so I try and keep that separate. Everything else is fair game for marketing. But YouTube is probably, well, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. Okay. Maybe TikTok is right there. The TikTok may be taken over, but it was Google and YouTube, and then TikTok was right behind it, and then Pinterest is right there too, believe it or not. But it's a search engine. So what that means is the content you make today is searchable forever. The video I made in 2017 about Robinhood, people can search Robinhood, that might come up. And if they watch it and join, I'll get an affiliate commission for them joining Robinhood, right? That was done in 2017, passive income, all right? So we got a question, pro tip. Hold on, let's put that up there. Yeah. Wow, is that true? You get an unlimited watch time glitch? That's interesting. Got to try that. I wonder if that works. Okay, so hey, man, we're coming up on the end of the stream, so it's been a blast. So if you're sleeping on it, if you haven't thought about it, I mean, if you're watching me on YouTube, you have a YouTube channel. Go ahead, set it up, figure out your niche. Go ahead, write those columns down. What do I love to do? What am I good at? And guess what? If you don't know what you're good at, ask your family and friends. Say, hey, what is it that you come to me for? What is it what am I good at? What they'll tell you. Okay. And it may be not something that you really like. You may be sick of people coming to you for man, people are always coming to me for that crap, man. I can't stand it. But guess what? You're good at it. So you might as well suck it up and make it a YouTube channel, make some money off of it. All right. Passive income. It's, I still work a full-time job, so I'm not here to tell you that it's 6-figure YouTube channel and all. It happens. That does happen, depending on your niche. I do all right. It supplements my income. It definitely would be good retirement supplement income, and that's kind of like where I'm going now, where I'm getting to the point where when I'm retired, this is going to be my gig, and for as long as possible. So I'm learning, getting better at it, so that when the time comes, I'm ready to go. I don't know what else to say. You should get yourself a YouTube channel. And anyway, come see us Tuesday. I'll be live on Tuesday. We're looking to get a guest coming, but I'm not sure but we'll see what's going to go on. We're going to be talking content creation and affiliate marketing, making money online, and the whole 9 yards. All right. So you guys have a great night. Thank you for all the engagement in the chat. You guys have been excellent today. That means all of it in the world. That's the greatest thing, is the engagement. Love it. And don't be afraid to talk to each other in the chat when you ask a question. When you say hello to each other. I love that. That's great stuff. Don't be afraid to go off on a conversation if you want. It won't distract me. I'm fine with it. Build a community. You guys should be friendly and know each other and all that kind of stuff. But I'll see you Tuesday, okay?